Greetings, mortals, peers, and queers. Congress shouldn't get paid until the debt ceiling is addressed, House Democrats say. Let's get into it. Democratic Representative Abigail Spinesberg of Virginia is calling on the House Chief Administrative Officer to prepare to withhold pay from members of Congress until the looming crisis over the debt ceiling is resolved. Quote, if the American people and the American economy are suffering as a result of congressional inaction, then members of Congress should not be rewarded with their pay, Spansberg wrote in a letter Friday to Catherine Spinsdor, who oversees the day-to-day House operations as chief administrative officer. The Virginia Democrat criticized House GOP leaders for moving through legislation that would raise the debt limit through March 2024, while cutting roughly $4.5 trillion in spending, even though the plan is dead on arrival in the Democratic-led Senate. Quote, as we quickly approach a default, Congress is failing to protect senior service members, veterans, and all Americans who would be impacted by the default, she wrote, adding that hyperpartisanship in Congress is jeopardizing the economic strength and security of our country, the stability of the global markets, and the world's faith in the credit of the United States. Spansberg requested Spinsdor prepare to withhold pay from members of Congress until it passes and President Biden signs a bill raising or suspending the debt ceiling. The Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned Congress this month that the U.S. could default on its debt as soon as June 1st if Congress does not raise or suspend the national borrowing limit by then, raising the stakes for Mr. Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to reach a deal and address this issue to stave off an economic crisis. I agree. They should absolutely not get paid while they're holding the country's entire economy and, by extension, the global economy hostage. However, we're in a bit of a bind here because Kevin McCarthy really wants to be Speaker of the House, and to do that, he traded away a lot of his power just to get the position. One of the things that he traded away is the fact that his position as Speaker can be recalled by one vote by any GOP member. And there's about 30 hardcore radical Trumper GOPers who want to use the debt ceiling as blackmail to cut a lot of spending in Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and, a lot of government spending for a lot of popular programs. $4.5 trillion in spending. However, that would be a bad idea. You cannot hold the country hostage and the entire economy hostage just to push your own political agenda. This has always been a nonpartisan issue for as long as can be remembered because it's the entire economy. You can't play chicken with that. The consequences are too dire. You're playing with a nuke. However, Kevin McCarthy can be recalled from Speaker with just one vote. And to become Speaker again, he can only ever afford to lose 5 votes. And those 30 hardcore MAGA Republican Trumpers, the radicals, are calling on him to essentially blackmail the entire country into giving into his demands, or they will crash the economy. They are holding, I don't want to get censored, but they have their hand on the guillotine, and they're ready to drop it at any second. They say, only if you give me everything I want with no argument will I not cause the entire global economy to crash. They are absurd. They are ghouls. They are demons in skin suits. I want to hear from you. Do you think that we should give in to their demands, or do you think we should fight them and force a clean bill? With that, I'll see you tomorrow.